All right, I have not seen a video on how to do valve seals on a 1.3 liter, and I assume it might be the same on the 8 valve, 1.6 liter Suzuki engines in the Samurai. So, figure I'd just show you guys what I'm doing. Someone has told me that it is not hard to do. Well, we will find out. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be as easy as they said it was, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. Now, my original plan was to take this and be able to just, pop this guy over and get to this. Well, I can't because it won't come over far enough. Would have been cooler if it did, but it does not. So at this point, I got to figure out how I'm going to get any of this stuff to do what I want it to do, because I know I can take one of these shafts, either one, and slide it out. Then I would be able to move one of these all the way over far enough to be able to do what I need, right? So the issue I have is, this shaft needs to come out about, yay far, and that's going to get into the radiator here. And then there's also this little guy here that's in the way. So I don't know if I'll, get crazy and just cut a little hole out to get this thing far enough out or what. But either way, one of these guys is going to be coming out, so the other one can just stay. You're supposed to set valve lash on these once they're in, but since this already has the lash set on all of them, I'm going to leave it alone and just move it over. And then the other side that comes out, it's just going to go right back on in its position from which it came. So let's see what happens. All right, I've discovered if you don't already have one of these guys, go ahead and get one, because this is starting to strip out. As you can tell, whoever messed with this one's already started some of that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna try this on this guy and keep going, even though for some reason these two back ones are not even in. The rest of them are, but I'm just gonna take out this side. Hopefully it all just comes out this way. Gonna go underneath this, bend it up, or if not, I'll cut a little hole in there. I don't care. It doesn't have to come all the way out, just far enough to get this last one off, so this side can slide over so I can get to all these. So yeah, good times so far. Guess we'll keep on keeping on. These are supposed to be 8 foot-pounds of torque going in. And how it's stripping out and shit going backwards, I don't know. Maybe somebody else has been in here messing with shit. We shall see. Alright, be it not the right way to do it. Got this guy to where now I can pop these guys off. Let's see if I can find one. There we go. So this guy, I should be able to rotate that cam around enough where it can clear on that side, such as, there we go, like that guy right there. That guy comes all the way over far enough to be able to get this valve spring off, I think. Should be able to. I'm going to try. Otherwise, I did get this all the way over out, and I made a little notch for it to sit in. Unfortunately for some of you guys, I don't know how well this is going to work, because I do have a body lift on this thing. So here's that. That doesn't help y'all. There's nothing structural really about this. I'm going to end up going to little Jeep deals on the side, so it'll help hold the hood down. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now, so I can access this entire side. If I have to pull this side out, I guess technically I can do the same notch right here, which I might very well have to if this doesn't allow me to do what I need to do it, right? So in that case, I would take this out, 2 bolts, drops out the bottom, and then I'll be able to notch right there as well to do the same thing. Like I said, I'm not claiming to be doing this shit the right way. I just want the shit done. This thing is not exactly some fancy, nice fucking ride here. I mean, it looks cool and all, but it's got rust and all kinds of shit, and it's just an off-road toy that I want to smoke less than it is. So let's keep going. All right, in the process of this, trying to see if you can tell, the old one on the left is definitely wider than the new one on the right as far as where the valve stem runs through it. So I'm hoping this is promising that this thing will smoke less after doing this work. I don't even care if it solves the smoking, but as long as it cuts it way back, I'd be happy. So, like I said, there is a difference. The one on the left, like you can pop it right on and it's still snug to it ever so slightly, versus the one on the right. I have to work that dude down on there. So no crack seal yet on the first one, which I guess is number 1. We'll keep on going and see what happens. I get tired of playing around with the piece of shit spring compressor thing, this pile of shit. So I made this, so I just angle it back. I can, just do what I gotta do. You do just have to put a socket over it and tap it a couple times to break those loose. And of course you can get in there and do what you gotta do. So Progress is being made. All right, all buttoned up back together, and I can tell you that now that my valve cover matches the outside of my truck, I'm happy because my boredom is great. Anyway, put it all back together, and like I said, it can be done this way. It's all good. Like I said, I put the timer here. So this little guy, this goes up at this notch. I put it there. The bottom had it marked. Cool. Threw it back together. Fired right up. And it still smokes just like it was before. So clearly valve seals weren't my issue. The old ones coming out, they just didn't look brittle and cracked. So whatever. I can say I learned some shit on how to do this and made some content for you guys that at least might have a reason to do this with the engine in. You know, well, I haven't to take the head off, so still gonna be a little smoky bitch here, but that's fine. I'm cool with knowing that I at least tried, and now my valve cover matches the rest of the body, which is, you know, it's just baller status, right? So good luck, fellas, if you have this issue, but at least you know how to, you know, do something makeshift, improvised, even if it isn't the right way.